This is Earl Purdy. Welcome to the Way of Mastery. The Way of Mastery, we're going to talk about the power of your thoughts. The power, the incredible power of your thoughts. We're going to talk about how powerful your thoughts are. And how if we get in touch with the power of our thoughts, we can change our experience. We're going to talk about the power of your thoughts. We're going to talk about the power of your thoughts here on Facebook Live. The power of your thoughts. I'm Earl Purdy. And I'm happy to be with you, and I'm excited to be with you here on the Way of Mastery. Welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Earl Purdy, and we're going to talk about the power of your thoughts. The power of your thoughts. It's time to get in touch with the power of your thoughts right now. We're going to talk about the power of your thoughts right now. And I'm so glad to be with you, my mighty companions. I love to be with my mighty companions. We are in the way of the heart, in the way of mastery. Page 112 in the way of the heart, in the way of mastery. We are in part 1, the way of the heart, the power of your thoughts. Lesson 9, all events are neutral, and the section called the power of your thoughts in the way of the heart. Lesson 9, all events are neutral. We're going to be covering this section that's called the power of your thoughts. And if you have the Way of Mastery book, we're going to be on page 112. We're going to be on page 112, the power of your thoughts. So welcome, mighty companions. Don't forget, we're doing this live. I'm Earl Purdy, and I want you to know that we can comment, you can communicate with each other, you can communicate with me, and when I get a chance, I'll answer questions if and when I can, and we're going to go deep into the Way of Mastery, page 112 in the Way of Mastery, the power of your thoughts. Don't forget to follow my Facebook page, the Earl Purdy page, so that you can be notified whenever I do a live broadcast. And please share this video and put it on your timeline. You can just click in the comments area. You'll see where you can share the video. And please share the video. Let's get more mighty companions involved with what we're doing. It's good to see you all online. Let me just take a second here so that I can also watch. And that way I'll see what you're seeing. So if there's any kind of a problem, I will be able to see it also. And also in my being able to monitor, also with me being able to monitor, then it's easier for me to see your questions and the things that you are asking me. So I want to say hello, Kim, hello, Shahira, Alita, CJ, Diana, Morris, Myrna, Sarah, and Rachel. Rachel, what's up there, darling? And all the rest of my mighty companions that are online with me right now. It's good to see you. And we're going to be talking about Joanne. We're going to be talking about the power of your thoughts. The power of your thoughts. So I want to ask you to do something for me. When people come online and they want to know where we are, would you please let them know? Would you let them know where we are so that I don't have to, continue to say where I'm located so I can concentrate on what I want to share with you this evening. So we're going to start out with the power of your thoughts. What I like to do is I like to work with the book, go through a paragraph, get the main point that the paragraph is trying to get us to see, and then go to other paragraphs, and then eventually ask for any kind of comments or questions so that we can take advantage of the fact that we're all here and that we're all here lives. Thank you, Alita, for missing me last Thursday. I was doing a Course in Miracles conference in San Francisco, and it was out of sight. It was great to meet with hundreds of Course in Miracles students and get a chance to share with them. It was a blessing from God. I feel so blessed to be able to be a voice for God, a voice for love in the world. The more I wake up on my spiritual path after almost 40 years of working on this stuff, is I realize there's nothing more important than my relationship with my Creator. There's nothing more important than my relationship to God. That is the most important thing in my life, is my relationship with Source, and that I'm able to fulfill my function. And I see my function as being, as much as I can, a light and love on the planet. So let's get into it. The power of your thoughts on page 112. It says, never ever believe that your thoughts are neutral. Never ever believe that your thoughts are neutral. I've said that events are neutral. Events are neutral, but your thoughts aren't neutral. You don't have any neutral thoughts. There's no such thing as a human being having neutral thoughts. Even if you think you have neutral thoughts, you don't. You don't have neutral thoughts. Then the events that happen are neutral, because we're the one that gives the events all the meaning that they have to us. But your thoughts aren't. I got a little bit of a scratchy throat. I got a little bit of a part of me that's trying to convince me that I'm a body by drawing my attention to something going on with my body. But that's okay. That's cool. I'm not my body. I know what's going on, and I'll do my symbolic gesture to show that I'm willing to be healed, and that is putting a cough drop in my body's mouth. So he says your thoughts are not neutral, for your thoughts literally are imbued with the power of creation. So what are your thoughts imbued with? Your thoughts are imbued with the power of creation. So that means that your thoughts do not create neutrally. You don't have any neutral thoughts. You don't have any neutral thoughts. A person doesn't have any neutral thoughts. A person doesn't have any neutral thoughts. You don't have any neutral thoughts. There's no such thing as a neutral thought. You don't have to believe these ideas. You don't have to accept these ideas. You don't have to welcome these ideas. Some of these ideas are going to be hard to believe. Some of these ideas are going to be startling. You're not being asked to judge and analyze these ideas at all. It's the use of these ideas that are going to give these ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. So your thoughts do not create neutrally. So that means every thought reverberates a quality of vibration. So every thought that you have reverberates a quality of vibration. That quality of vibration spreads out from you, and it touches the shores of manifested reality. So your thoughts produce vibrations that touch the shores of manifested reality and comes back to you. So all the thoughts you send out come back to you. All the vibrations from all the thoughts that you're having, those thoughts go out and those thoughts come back to you. Those thoughts come back, go out, go out, and those thoughts, the vibrations from your thoughts go out, and the vibrations from your thoughts come back to you. Your vibrations, the thoughts that you have vibrations. Those vibrations go out, and those vibrations come back to you. So that's what you experience as the positive and negative events of your life. So what represents the positive and negative events of your life? What represents the positive and negative events of your life, they are being created by the vibrations of your thoughts that go out from you, and those vibrations also create what you manifest in your physical reality. So everything that a person is experiencing, whether or not they believe it or not, is a reflection of the quality of vibrations that's spreading out from them, touches the shores of manifested reality, and those vibrations come back to you in terms of the positive or negative events that happen in your life. So that first paragraph let us know what? That first paragraph told us that you don't have any neutral thoughts. Even though events and everything are neutral, you don't have any neutral thoughts about them. And that all of your thoughts produce vibrations. Those vibrations go out into your experience, and they come back to you in terms of what you call the positive or negative events that are happening in your life. Now, it's very true, and I want you to listen carefully to this. Now, listen to what I'm saying. It's true that at any moment as you go along in your experience, as you experience these reverberations, which is the coming back of the ripples you've sent out. In that very moment, you are not the victim of what you have created. So even though you are experiencing the results of your own thinking, you are not a victim of what you have created. So why is it that you're not a victim of what you are creating? Because in each such moment, you remain as perfectly free as you were when you first dropped the pebble into the pond that created that ripple in the first place. So even though you might be experiencing the results of your own thoughts coming back to you in terms of the events that you are experiencing in your life, you're not the victim of it because you're the one that's creating the vibrations. Also, keep in mind that you have a higher self. You have a greater self. Your greater self, your higher self, is ultimately in charge of your experience. So that means that there is a part of you that can overrule the thoughts that you have. That's why you don't always seem to experience the negative results of what you perceive as being your negative thoughts. It's because there's another part of you that's greater than you, that's more loving than you, that is ultimately in charge. And so some things just are not allowed to happen to you because those things are not in alignment with your divine plan. So that's very important to realize that that little ego self that you think you are, that's not the you that this book is ultimately talking to. It's ultimately talking to your greater self, your higher self. So you, and I mean your real you are free to choose how you will experience the effect of the ripples of the thoughts that are coming back to you. So you and I, we are mostly in charge of how we react to what we are creating. You have the power to react to whatever you are creating in your experience because you don't have any neutral thoughts about any of it. So if you experience the effects of your thought, if you experience the effects of your thought with unconditional freedom, with unconditional acceptance and love, if you experience the effects of your thoughts as love and forgiveness and neutrality and innocence, then you can literally diffuse the effects of that ripple upon the pool of your consciousness. So no matter what you are experiencing, if you would learn how to experience it in an attitude of unconditional freedom, with unconditional acceptance, if you were to embrace your life with unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness, if you were to experience your life from a place of innocence and not judging it as good nor bad, this can diffuse the effects of the ripples of your thought upon the pool of your consciousness. And what happens? Well, and then in that moment, you become instantly free. If you can react to the things that are happening in your life at a level of unconditional acceptance, taking responsibility, then you can become instantly free to begin creating in a new way. So I'm going to admit that whatever is happening in my life is being attracted to me because of the vibration of the thoughts that I'm having. I'm going to admit that all events in my life are neutral, but I don't have a neutral reaction to the events in my life. I'm going to admit that my thoughts produce vibrations. Those vibrations go out and bring back to me the reflection of my thoughts and vibrations. If I assume responsibility and not see myself as a victim and accept that I am the creator of the way that I see and experience things, then the way of mastery says, then you will diffuse that energy. And then you become instantly free. So what do you become instantly free to do? You become instantly free to create in a new way the ripples that you're going to experience in the future. So no matter what I've created in the past, no matter what it looks like I experience today as a result of the thoughts that I've been sending out, I have the ability to have new thoughts which will give out new reverberations, which will manifest another reality for me. So that's why I'm never a victim of anyone else's creation, not even my own. You're never the victim of anyone's creation, and no one's ever the victim of your creation. You're not even the victim of your creation. So I'll say this again. You're never the victim of anyone's creation. Nobody else is creating what's happening to you. No one else is creating what's happening to you now. Your past is not creating what's happening to you now. Your childhood is not creating what happened and what is happening to you now. What you experienced with your parents is not creating what's happening to you now. What you experienced in your other relationships from the past is not creating what's happening to you now. And what happens to you now is not even, you're not even the victim of what's happening to you now, because you have the ability, you are free right now to begin to experience and to express new thoughts, which can give you a brand new experience of reality. So what does that mean? Well, to me, it means that I cannot go around thinking that I'm a victim anymore. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not going to say I'm a victim anymore. Even when there's a part of me that wants to believe that I'm a victim, I'm not going to call myself a victim anymore. Why is it that I'm not going to call myself a victim anymore? I'm not going to call myself a victim anymore because I can change the way I'm thinking anytime I want to and give myself an entirely new experience. I am not the victim of my mother. I'm not the victim of my father. I'm not the victim of my race. I'm not the victim of my gender. I'm not the victim of any political party. I'm not the victim of anything. Nothing. Zero. I don't always feel that way. It doesn't always look that way, but that doesn't have anything to do with the truth. The truth is you are a creator. The truth is you are a creator. The truth is there's nothing in your experience that cannot be changed for the better. There's not one single thing that you are experiencing right now that cannot be changed for the better. That's the truth. That's the truth. Just like Diana says, all events are neutral, but my thoughts are not neutral. And she's taking responsibility for her thoughts. Grace is saying, now is me. CJ is saying, when I intentionally choose my reactions to neutral events, I'm using the true power of freedom. And C says, this is very comforting. And Shahira says, yes. Alita says, I choose to not be a victim. Shahira says, hallelujah. CJ is saying, yeah, that's a nice choice, Alita. See, we got each other, so we can support each other. Grace is saying, I'm not a victim, I am spirit. And Yvette is saying, divinity speaks. So we are deliberate creators. We are creators. We are mighty companions. We have each other. We are a spiritual family. That's why I'm doing this live. I could do this on my own without doing it live and just post a video. I don't have to do this live. I could just do a recording and put it online. And so I'm not doing that because we are a spiritual family. We are a tribe of love. We are a love tribe. We are a mastery tribe. We are in a web of relationships. We are mighty companions. And this gives us an opportunity to connect with each other. So share, communicate. Even those of you who are watching and listening and you for whatever reason don't make comments, which is fine. But maybe you want to get out of your box. Maybe you want to do something a little bit edgy for you by actually joining in and communicating and sharing. So the next paragraph says, it is not that life is so complex that you've created all these momentums and now you are stuck with these momentums. In any moment that you get it, in any moment that you get you're not a victim, in any moment that you get that you are the creator, then you can stop reacting as if you were a victim. Do you know what you can stop doing? Stop reacting as if you are a victim and just look at the ripples that are coming back to you. Look at the ripples that you've sent out from yourself. And I want you to say this. This is what I want you to say. Look at what you are. Look at what you're manifesting in your experience right now. Look at what's happening in your life right now. Look at what's happening in your life right now. Think about what happened to you today. Think about what is coming back to you in your life as a result of your conscious and your unconscious thoughts. One of the biggest mistakes that I believe that people make after doing this for over 30 years is that most people think that they only think the thoughts that they consciously think. Most people are not aware that they have a lot of subconscious thoughts, unconscious thoughts. And your unconscious thoughts, your subconscious thoughts are still manifesting and sending out vibrations just as much as your conscious thoughts. So all the time, you are experiencing either the results of your conscious thoughts or your subconscious thoughts. So this is what you say. This is what you say. Whatever it is that's happening to you right now, this is what you say. You say, this has come into my field of awareness as an awesome mystery. This is coming to my field of awareness as an awesome mystery. Whatever's going on in your life right now, say, this is coming to my field of awareness as an awesome mystery. This is coming to my field of awareness as an awesome mystery. This, whatever this is, it has come into my life. It has come into my field of experience. This has come into my field of experience as an awesome mystery. This means that I am an awesomely powerful being. Therefore, I will look lovingly upon this ripple, because whatever I'm experiencing is a result of the ripples of the thought that I have set out. You are experiencing your thought ripples. I am experiencing my thought ripples. You are experiencing your thought ripples. So whatever's going on in your life right now, whatever's going on in your relationships, whatever going on in your finances, whatever's going on in your experience, say, this is coming to my life. This has come into my field of experience as an awesome mystery. This has come into my field of experience right there in the book. This has come into my field of experience as an awesome mystery. This means that I am an awesomely powerful being. 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 Therefore, I will look lovingly upon this ripple. What would I look? How would I look upon the ripples that are coming back into my experience? I will look lovingly on this ripple. This is coming to my field of awareness as an awesome mystery. This means that I am an awesomely powerful being. Therefore, I will look lovingly upon this ripple. Yes, I know it needs to play itself out. Whatever this is, yes, I know it needs to play itself out. I know that whatever I'm experiencing, whatever has come back to me, whatever is the ripple that has come back to me as a result of my own thinking, the vibrations and the reverberations of my vibrations that are creating physical circumstances in my life, I know it needs to play itself out. I know it needs to play itself out. And as it does so, I'm going to be wise enough to see the transparency of it, to see the lack of effect that it really has. It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't add anything to my life. This situation, it doesn't take anything from my life. It merely is an experience called life passing through the field of my awareness. So whatever is going on right now, just say, this is life passing through the field of my awareness. What happened to me today is life passing through the field of my awareness. What I'm experiencing right now is life passing through the field of my awareness. Whatever is going on doesn't add anything to my life. Whatever is going on doesn't take anything from my life. Whatever is going on is an experience called life passing through the field of my awareness. If I look lovingly upon it, if I look lovingly upon this, if I look lovingly upon it, if I embrace it, if I embrace this, I can transmute it and therefore already be engaged in the process of creating a whole different kind of vibrational ripple that will create my tomorrows. Whatever I'm going through right now, it doesn't add anything to my life. Whatever I'm going through right now, it doesn't take anything away from my life. It merely is an experience called life passing through the field of my awareness. What you are experiencing right now is life passing through the field of your awareness. What you are going through, what you are experiencing right now is just an experience called life passing through the field of your awareness. And that last paragraph says, if I look lovingly upon it, if I look lovingly upon it, what does that mean? It means if I embrace it, if I embrace what's happening right now in my life, I can transmute it. If I embrace it, I can transmute it if I love it. I can transmute it if I look lovingly on this. If I embrace this, I can transmute it. And therefore, already be engaged in the process of creating a whole different kind of vibrational ripple that will create my tomorrows. And so that's right, Shahira. It means that we should be saying, I embrace it, I embrace it, I embrace it, I embrace it. No resistance. I love where it said, this situation, this circumstance that I'm experiencing right now, I love how the Way of Mastery says, it doesn't add anything to my life, it doesn't take anything from it. It merely is an experience called life passing through the field of my awareness. I'm just experiencing life passing through the field of my awareness. And then it tells us you need to look lovingly on it. You need to embrace it, because whatever it is, do you know that if you look lovingly at it, do you know that if you embrace it, you can transmute it? And if you can transmute it by looking at it lovingly and by embracing it, then you're already engaged in the process of creating a whole different kind of vibrational ripple that will create your tomorrows. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, it means that while the power of your thoughts is not neutral, the events called the effects of those thoughts can be either neutral or not neutral. But that depends on how you use the very primary power of awareness. So, what does that mean? Well, it says, well, what I'm telling you is that the power of your thoughts are not neutral. The power of your thoughts is not neutral. But the events that are the effects of your thoughts, well, you can't see those in a neutral way. You can't see the events and the effects in a neutral way. So how you see the events that you've created depends on how you use the primary power. Now, what is the primary power? The primary power is the power of awareness. Your primary power is the power of awareness. So what does that mean? It means we are seeking to share with you how infinitely free you are. What I'm trying to tell you is that you are free. You are totally 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 free. I'm just trying to share with you that you are infinitely free. You are totally free. You are completely free. You are totally free. You are infinitely free. You are infinitely free. There are many in your world that teach this illusory doctrine of what's called karma. There are a lot of people believe in the idea of karma, which means that what you send out now must be something that you experience sooner or later. And how you experience it is directly related to the quality of the ripple of thought that you send out. This is not true. That would make you a victim. If you just had to experience the results of what you've done in the past, you would be a victim. So the idea that you just have to experience the result of what you've given out in the past, the idea that what goes around has to come around, that's not true. That's not true. Karma, the way that karma is looked at, is not true. That is good news. So so why is it that karma, the way that people normally think of karma, which is that whatever you send out is going to come back to you, that you have to experience the results of what you've sent out? Because we were just told that if you can diffuse the effect by embracing it, loving it, using unconditional love. So no matter what you've done in the past, even if you think you've done something in the past that was not very loving, you don't have to be afraid that that's going to come back to haunt you if you become a loving being now. If you become a loving, conscious being right now, then you don't have to experience the result of what you would call negative, angry, fearful acts, unconscious acts from your past. So what does that mean? Well, it means that if you are made in the image of God, and I'm sure that you are made in the image of God, you are made in the image of God. And if you are made in the image of God, that means you're not the victim of the world that you see. It means you cannot, in reality, you cannot be victimized by anyone. You cannot be victimized by anything at any time. If you really are made in the image of God and you really are a creator, then that means you're not the victim of the world you see. It means you can't be victimized by anyone. You can't be victimized by anything at any time, because your reality is that you are made in the image of God. You are made in the image of God. What does that mean? It means that you are a creator. You are a creator. You're made in the image of God. Since you're made in the image of God, and I assure you, you are made in the image of God, which is love, it means you are not the victim of the world you see. It means you can't be victimized by anyone. It means you can't be victimized by anything at any time, because your reality is that you are made in the image of God. Now, that would seem to mean that if you could truly be victimized, then it would mean that God could create unlike herself. If you could be victimized, it would mean that God would create unlike God? In other words, does a salmon come from an oak tree? Does a nebula come from the womb of a woman? Does a raspberry grow on a grocery store shelf? No, like begets like. So you have all the qualities of God. You are not God in the total sense at this level of consciousness, but who you are as a child of God. You are an extension of God. You have the same power to create. You are not a victim. You have the power to create. You are not a victim. You have the power to create. So you're right, Diana, when you say I'm not a victim of the world. Shahira, I'm glad to hear that you're levitating. Kim, God is the creator, and so are we. That's right. Grace, to see God is to see God, is to see the higher self. The higher self is indeed God. I agree with you. Gemma, glad that you could join your family here. CJ says, those new to Earl's teaching, he does have hundreds of the Way of the Mastery videos on my website. I literally have hundreds of Way of Mastery videos at earlpurdy.com and on YouTube. So thank you, CJ. Thank you for sharing that. Love you and appreciate you. Also, Diana says, I'm a part and parcel of God, creator. Alita says, I create my experience. So this is why we're here. See, we are all as a family, a spiritual family, mighty companions. We are reinforcing the truth. We are sending out group vibrations. We are sending out group ripples of love. So what we are doing here together is going to impact all of our lives as well as the lives of the people around us. This is more than a class. This is more than just coming together just to hear me share the Way of Mastery. This is us practicing. This is us practicing joining, healing, loving, and using ourselves at the highest level. And Rhonda, you're right. Needed to see myself. I need to see myself too. So just take a breath, just for a moment, take a breath and tell yourself, I am an awesome creator. 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 You are an awesome creator. You are an awesome creator. You are an awesome creator. I am an awesome creator. You are an awesome creator. I am an awesome creator. We are awesome creators. We are awesome creators. We are awesome. We are awesome. You are awesome. You are awesome. You are awesome. I am awesome. You are awesome. We are awesome. I am awesome. You are awesome. We are awesome. I am awesome. You are awesome. We are awesome. I am awesome. You are awesome. We are awesome. We generate awesomeness. That's right, Grace. We generate awesomeness. That's the truth about us. I hear God's voice calling. I hear God's voice calling. Let's take a breath. 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 So, therefore, why would you ever believe that God, who is nothing but love, nothing but unlimited creativity, nothing but unlimited power, how could God ever beget something that's small? How could God ever give birth to something that's little? How could God ever give birth to something that's powerless? It doesn't happen. God cannot be victimized. So that means you are a creation of God. So that means that you remain victimless. God doesn't create victims. God cannot be victimized. God's creation, that's us. We remain victimless. So let's review. All events remain neutral. All events remain neutral. All events remain neutral. And that means that all that the environmentalist and the logger are doing is using the power of consciousness to momentarily create the belief that they are this and not that. In other words, the environmentalist and the logger place a value of their own choosing upon an event of energy that they call a tree. And by what value the logger and the environmentalist place upon the tree, the logger and the environmentalist call the quality of experience they will have in their field of awareness. That's the only thing that's happening, is that the logger and the environmentalist, by the value that they put on the tree, they're calling a certain quality of experience that they're going to have into their field of awareness. That's the only thing that's ever happening. So what does that mean? It means that the only thing that's happening is that everybody's experiencing the quality of experience that they're calling into their awareness. You're just experiencing the quality of experience that you're calling into your awareness. All day long, you are experiencing the quality of experience that you're calling into your field of awareness. Today, you just experienced the quality of experience. You just experienced today the quality of experience that you will have. You call that into the field of your awareness. That's the only thing that's happening. I'm just determining the quality of the experience that I'm going to have. Now, this might be deep to hear, but the energy that makes up a tree, that energy is eternal forever. That energy that makes up a tree, that energy that makes up anything that you see, that energy is eternal forever. Now, the energy that makes up a tree, that energy may change form, but life remains. The energy of a tree remains. Therefore, and this is going to be deep for you to hear, especially if you're an environmentalist, it's important not to lament the passing away of a species, for instance, but you are to get to a level of consciousness that you trust God, the grand intelligence that gave rise to the species or the tree in the first place, because it is still busy. That energy called God is still busy creating even greater universes. That is why loss doesn't exist. Even if it looks like there are species that are going extinct, even if it looks like there are trees that are being destroyed, the energy of those species, the energy of the trees is eternal. It lasts forever, and it cannot be destroyed. That does not mean that we should not take care of our environment. That does not mean that we should not express love and nurturing to everything around us in our perception. Don't misperceive what the way of master is saying. It's just letting us know that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. That there is not an energy of a plant or an animal or a species. There is no energy of, there is nothing that is alive that ever dies. There is nothing but energy. The energy takes different forms. The forms can change, but the energy behind the form lives forever. I'm in a form right now. I'm in this form that's called, that appears like it's an Earl Purdy. This is a form. This form is going to change. This form is not going to last. This form is not going to always be here. But this life called Earl Purdy will always exist. This energy called Earl Purdy will always exist, and it will always exist in some form. So you don't have a relative that's ever made their transition that is not still alive. Just the other day, on February the 20th, man, time really passes. It was 8 years ago on February 20th that my sister and her husband made their transition in a house fire. And I have to remind myself constantly that my sister and my brother-in-law, they still exist, even though their bodies are no longer here. And even though I let myself feel all of my feelings, and my sister and I were extraordinarily close. My name is Earl. Her name was Earlene. And we had a closeness that I can't even describe to you. But because of my study of the Way of Mastery and the Course in Miracles and other truth teachings, it taught me how to see their transition in a way that was able to allow me to continue to have peace. But it doesn't mean that I don't miss them in the body or being able to talk to her on the phone or spend time with her. But I have no sense that my sister no longer exists. I have no sense that my brother-in-law no longer exists. That's why I'm so grateful for God, and I'm so grateful for what God has taught me through A Course in Miracles and the Way of Mastery and in the Course of Love. And so I'm glad that I know that who they really are still exist. And you should feel that way about any loved one in your life or friend that has made their transition. Do not kill them in your mind. Don't buy into what the world says about death. Death is not real. Death is not true. Death is not real. Death is not true. Death is not real. There's no such thing there's no such thing as anything created by God that's not permanent. Life is permanent. Life is permanent. Things change form, but life is never destroyed. That is the truth. So loss doesn't really exist. Loss is an illusion. It's a false idea. Now, how does all of this relate to your daily experience? How does everything that I am saying, how does that relate to your daily experience? Well, the truth is, as we move into the last follow, it's going to become very crucial. As we keep on moving forward, it's going to be very crucial that you have a foundation to build on, because we're getting ready to speed this up. We're getting ready to go more intensely. Don't forget, you can get The Way of Mastery on Kindle, and you can get it in hardcover through Amazon, and also through ShantiChristos.com. Shanti Christos. That is the publisher of The Way of Mastery. So, 5 minutes a day, the foundation of mastery. Let's talk about 5 minutes a day, the foundation of mastery. 5 minutes a day, the foundation of mastery. So, that's right, Monique. Death is not real. Death is not true. Of course, it looks like it's real. It looks like it's true, but it's not. It's not true. That's right, friends. You're absolutely right. You were never born, and you will never die. Who you really are is when you were born, it was just your body being born. You just continued in that new body. That's all that's happened. So there is no such thing as death. There is no death. You are a child of God. The child of God is free. You got to get that. You'll never really enjoy being here. And so every time you hear or read about anyone dying for any reason, it's just another opportunity for you to remember the truth. And what is the truth? There is no death. The child of God is free. That's the truth. So now we're going to head into 5 minutes a day, the foundation of mastery. And we're on page 113 in The Way of Mastery, part 1, The Way of the Heart. So let's see what Yeshua is telling us next. It says, now, if you're ready to completely assume responsibility, what kind of responsibility? Responsibility for having been created in the image of God, and that therefore you are eternal creator. So I want you to assume responsibility for the fact that you are an eternal creator. Eternal means constant. So you are a constant creator. You are an eternal creator. So what should you begin? Well, you should begin now to utilize some time each day. It's time for you to utilize some time each day without letting the day go by in which you sit with yourself. You got to take some time every day to just sit with yourself. I sit with myself every day. The first thing I do in the morning, as soon as I can, most mornings, is to sit with myself. I'm not talking about sit with your mate. I'm not talking about sit with your parents. I'm not talking about sit with the television. I'm not talking about sitting with your favorite sports team. I'm not talking about sitting with your favorite actor. I'm not talking about sitting with your favorite actress. I'm not talking about sitting with your favorite religion. I'm not talking about sitting with your favorite God, or sitting with your favorite master, or sitting with your favorite savior. I'm not even talking about you sitting even with me. I'm saying that you need to take some time every day to sit with you. Take some time every day to sit with you. So how do you do that when you take some time every day to sit with you? Well, you start out by acknowledging that you are one with God. So the very first thing you want to do, you want to sit with yourself and go, I am one with God. 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 which is the same as saying, I am joined with love. I am joined with love. Love is my creator. God is the creator. God is love. So I am one with God. I am one with love. I am one with God. I am one with God. Sit by yourself and say, I am one with God for 5 minutes. You want to go, I am one with God. So understand that the very body that seems to have a heart within it, beating life for you, the very heart that you have in your body is the effect of decisions and choices you've made. You have a body because that is your choice. You have a body because that was your decision. You have a body because it was your choice. You have a body because it was your choice. It was your choice to have a body. It is your choice to have a body. A body was not thrust upon you. A body was not forced upon you. Your body was your choice. Having a body was your choice. Being a spiritual being with a physical body, that was your choice. Everything that you are experiencing, even down to your body, is the result of a choice you've made. That the very chair that you are sitting on is the result of your attracting a web of relationships that's quite unique into your field of awareness called the physical universe. So what is the physical universe? The physical universe is a field of awareness. The physical universe is a field of awareness. The physical universe is an awareness field. And do you know that in this moment you are having an experience that you've never had before? This moment that you're sharing with me and this moment that I'm sharing with you, it is an experience you've never had before in just the way that you're having it. You are sitting in a chair or whatever or wherever you are right now. That event is completely neutral. And nothing that you are experiencing in your consciousness, nothing that you are experiencing in your consciousness exists or is sourced or caused by anything outside yourself. Nothing that you are experiencing is caused by anything outside yourself. Nothing that you are experiencing is caused by anything or anybody outside yourself. There is nothing outside you. That's what you're going to ultimately learn, that there is absolutely not one single thing outside of you. Everything you're looking at is a projection of consciousness. Everything that you are looking at and experiencing is a projection of your consciousness. It's a projection of the one mind that we all share. So that means that there is nothing that exists that is being sourced or caused by anything outside yourself. There are only two kinds of people in the world. There are only two kinds of minds in the world. The person that believes that they are a victim and everything that's happening to them, they don't have anything to do with it. And there's the other type of mind, which is the mind that believes that there is nothing that's happening that it did not cause. So there are only two types of people in the world, those who take responsibility for their experience and those who see themselves as victims. That's it. Period. No other type of mind in this world. But a mind that thinks it's a victim or a mind that thinks it's responsible. The mind that thinks it's a creator or the mind that thinks it's at the mercy of everything that's happening to it. Those are the only types of minds that are in this world. So what you want to do is you want to give yourself 5 minutes, 5 friggin' minutes, 5 minutes to practice choosing how you're going to experience sitting in that chair or wherever you are when you spend that 5 minutes with yourself. Then you're going to practice choosing how you're going to experience this time that you're sitting with yourself. You're going to practice what? Choosing how you will experience the 5 minutes that you're going to give to yourself. So are you going to spend 5 minutes worrying, or are you going to spend the 5 minutes with a mind that's full of peace? Are you going to spend the 5 minutes thinking of all the things that you could be doing, or are you going to have a mind that's marveling at how the weight of a body feels pressed against the seat of a chair? A mind that creates tension in the way the breath flows through the body, or are you going to be a mind that creates ease and comfort? How are you, in other words, the way a master is saying, you're going to give yourself 5 minutes. You're going to sit with yourself for 5 minutes. People stay really, really busy. According to the Course in Miracles, people stay really, really busy with non-essentials because they don't want to hear their thoughts. They don't really want to hear their own thoughts. So as Americans, we tend to stay really, really busy all the time because if you're ever quiet, you'll really hear what you really think. So people stay really, really busy and focus on other people so that they won't really get in touch with what they're thinking. So 5 minutes of practicing sitting in a chair as an infinite creator of exactly what you are experiencing in your emotional field. You want to spend 5 minutes practicing sitting in a chair, but you're going to sit in a chair as an infinite creator, and you're going to say to yourself, I am an infinite creator of exactly what I'm experiencing in my emotional field. I am the creator of what I feel. I am the creator of what I feel. I am the creator of what I feel. I am the creator of my emotions. I am the creator of my feelings. I am the creator of my emotions. I am the creator of my feelings. You are the creator of your feelings. You are the creator of your feelings. You are the creator of your emotional field. Just that. You might even want to play with what it would be like to sit in a chair and see yourself as the Christ, to see yourself as the true self, to see yourself as a child and an extension of God. What would that feel like? To sit in a chair and go, I am the Christ. I am the true self. I am love. I am the Christ. I'm going to let you choose whether or not you'd like to experience it, though. 5 minutes each day. That's what I'm talking about. 5 minutes each day. Do it without fail. 5 friggin' minutes. That's all. Just 5 minutes. Be with yourself. Can you be with yourself for 5 minutes? Can you decide how you're going to experience yourself now? Can you decide how you're going to experience yourself now? Could you dare be with yourself for 5 minutes? Because you see, I want you to listen to what I'm saying if you choose to. The you that sits down in the chair with whatever is going on in your consciousness. That means whatever feelings you're having throughout the body, whatever is going on in your primary relationships, how the food is being digested in your body, all of it, the whole realm of your experience is just the effect of how you've been a million times when you sat down to be yourself in 1,000 other chairs. You've been around forever. You may not believe it, you may not remember it, but you've been around forever. You have done and discarded more bodies than you can ever even imagine. Just like you change clothes every day, your soul changes bodies every lifetime. Who you are changes bodies, the way your separate identity changes clothes. And you are not the clothes you wear, and you're not the body that you think you are right now. So I want you to utilize the very process of sitting down in a chair as a symbol of preparing your mind for the dropping of pebble thoughts into it. And out of these pebble thoughts that you're going to drop into your mind as you're sitting in the chair for 5 minutes, you're going to be sending out vibrations that are going to come back to you through the kinds of thoughts that you have when you're spending 5 minutes with yourself. Do you know that it's much easier to send out ripples and experience them when they come back in a blissful way? It's easier to experience the effects of your thoughts when they bring you peace. It's easier to receive the effects of your thought when it brings you joy, when it brings you fun, when it brings you laughter, when it brings you play, when it brings you unlimitedness. It's great to let those vibrations and those experiences come back to you from your own thoughts, instead of having to constantly butt your head against something that you would rather transmute or run away from. Wouldn't it be a lot more fun to experience the thoughts that are reflections of your peace, your joy, your fun, your laughter, your play, and your unlimitedness than it would be to just always be spending your time trying to deal with the thoughts that you don't really like, that you're trying to run away from? So just spending 5 minutes a day with yourself as the creator, as the Christ, as the true self, focusing in on what you would really like to experience, can make all the difference in the world in your reality. Gemma says, you would think I would have learned a single freaking thing. Nope. I'm very stubborn, old soul. Just gotta go kicking and screaming. But I'm tired of this garbage. And that's really right, Gemma. I'm telling you, everybody's got a limit. Everybody's got a limit. We all have a limit. All of our friends have a limit. All of our relatives have a limit. And that's great. So you don't have to worry about it. Everybody's going to reach their limit when they go, there must be a better way. that I have reached my limit. I am not going to hurt myself anymore. I'm not going to allow myself to be miserable anymore. I'm not going to allow myself to see myself as a victim anymore. I'm not going to deny my godhood anymore. I'm not going to not see myself as a creator anymore. I'm ready. I'm ready to claim my role as a creator of love. You are doing that right now. It's no telling how many freaking lifetimes all of us have had to get to the point that we're ready to finally allow ourselves to experience the miracles and the blessings that our Creator wants to give to us. Rachel, it is such a joy. You have no idea, Rachel, what a joy it is to know that you're online. And Rachel is saying, this was perfectly timed. Thank you, Spirit, for always bringing me the perfect message to realign me with my truth. Hey, I totally agree with you, Rachel, completely. So we all are going to stop hurting ourselves. Let's make a decision tonight that we know we have an ego. We know we have a part of us that doesn't know the truth, that sometimes forgets it, that sometimes thinks that it's just a body. Let's just admit it. There's a part of us that believes that. And why not? I mean, we created a reality that reflects the thought of being human, so we are experiencing it. But a conscious being is not fooled by what they perceive. A conscious being is not fooled by what they perceive. They know that they are only perceiving their thoughts, and that the truth of who we are is beyond our perceptions. The truth of who we are that's beyond our thoughts. So it begins with 5 minutes. 5 minutes that you do what? 5 minutes in which you acknowledge that you can create whatever experience you want. So for 5 minutes, tell yourself, I can create whatever experience I want. I can create whatever experience I want. I can create whatever experience I want. And I can let that feeling flood my awareness as a quality of thought that I allow to keep repeating in the mind. So let's say this just for 30 seconds or a minute. I can create whatever experience I want. I can create whatever experience I want. I can create whatever, say it this way. I can create whatever experience I want to. I can create whatever experience I want to experience. I can create whatever experience I want to experience. I can create whatever experience I want to experience. I can create whatever experience I want to experience. I can create whatever experience I want to experience. I can create whatever relationship I want to experience. I can create whatever kind of relationship that I want to experience. I can create whatever kind of relationship I want to experience. So I want you to imagine that you are sitting in a chair, and you are sitting in this chair as an awakened Christ, as an awakened true self, as an awakened love being now. So say, I and my Father are one. I and my Father are one. That's the same as saying, I and my Creator are one. 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 It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I've manifested a physical form sitting in a chair. I have manifested a physical form sitting in a chair or wherever you're sitting. Say, I and my Father are one. It's a beautiful day. I've manifested a physical form sitting in a chair in a corner of one little tiny dimension of creation. Tell yourself how amazing this moment is. 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 I think I'll just sit here. I think I'll just sit here and feel the heart beating in the body and the breath flowing through it. I think I'll sit here and feel my heart beating in the body. I feel my heart beating in the body. I think I'll sit here and feel the heart beating in the body. I think I'll just sit here and feel the heart beating in the body and the breath flowing through the body. Notice it didn't say my body. It says in the body, the breath flowing through the body. Because as part of our awakening process, we have to get to the point that we separate ourselves from our bodily identity and recognize that we are not the body. We are not the body. The body is a communication device. The body is a medium of communication. The body is a medium of communication. The purpose of the body is to use the body to reach other minds that are functioning through the body so that we can join our minds and join our hearts. So right now, I'm using my body for the real purpose that the body was meant to be used. And the body was meant to be used as a medium of joining minds and hearts. So you tell yourself, I think I'll just sit here and feel the heart beating in the body and the breath flowing through it. And then goes, oh, wow, that's the sound of a bird. I'm glad I called that to myself. You could go, what beautiful thoughts can I think right now? 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 What beautiful thoughts can you think right now? What beautiful thoughts can you think right now? Who can I send love to? Without lifting a finger, who can I send love to? Sitting right here, who can I send love to without lifting a finger? Who can I send love to without lifting a finger? What beautiful thoughts can I think right now? What beautiful thoughts can I think right now? I am unlimited forever. I am unlimited forever. I am unlimited forever. Let's go for it, you all. I am unlimited forever. 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 And then I'll say it to you. You are unlimited forever. You are unlimited forever. You are unlimited forever. Let's say it to each other. You are unlimited forever. We are unlimited forever. We are the mighty companions, and we are unlimited forever. We are mighty companions, and we are unlimited forever. We are unlimited forever. I am free, I am free, I am free. I am free, I am free, I am free. I am free, 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 I am free. You are free, you are free. You are free, 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 you are free. Do you think you'd like to have that experience for 5 minutes? Do you think you would like to have that experience of being unlimited forever and being free? Do you think you would like to have that experience and that you'd like to have that experience for 5 minutes? Why not do it today? Why not begin today? So many of you upon this physical plane keep searching for some form of magic that's going to bring the kingdom of heaven to you. You cannot bring it to you. You can't bring the kingdom of heaven to you. You cannot bring the kingdom of love to you. You can only become aware of how you're using it to create the ripples that you're sending out from yourself. Do you know that there's a saying in your world that says, wherever you go, there you are. You are God's creation. You are in heaven now. Heaven isn't a place. Heaven isn't a place. Heaven isn't a place. What heaven is a state of unlimited and infinite creative power, because heaven is the reflection of God's holy mind. So heaven is the reflection of God's holy mind. So heaven is a state of unlimited and infinite creative power. So why don't you be the one that practices the presence of heaven? And if that seems too awesome, if that seems too far beyond you to practice being the presence of heaven, the presence of love, so just play with it for 5 minutes. Just play with what we're doing for 5 minutes. Trust me, I'm not going to love you any less if for the other 23 hours and 55 minutes you decide to play it pretending and feeling that you're little. Even if the rest of that other part of the hour you're going to play your little game of being unworthy, unloved, unloving, and unlovable, and that you're the scourge of the earth and that life is constantly victimizing you. Go right ahead. If you want to see yourself as little, if you want to keep pretending that you're little, if you keep on wanting to play like you're little, and you keep on to play like you're unloved, and you want to keep playing like you're unloving and unlovable, and that you're just the scourge of the earth and that life is constantly victimizing you, go right ahead. I will never interfere with your free choice. The universe will never interfere with your free choice. I may not come and knock at your door, except for those 5 minutes, but you remain free to utilize time any way you want to. You can use your time any way you want to. But just for 5 minutes, Just for 5 minutes, experience yourself as Christ. Experience yourself as love. Experience yourself as free. Experience yourself as unlimited. Just for 5 minutes. I want you to crystallize your body. Your body is a crystallization. Your body is a temporary teaching and learning communication device. Your body is a temporary teaching and learning device. Your body is a teaching and learning communication device. Your body is a temporary teaching and learning communication device. Sitting in a chair is a totally neutral corner. Sitting in a chair in a totally neutral corner of creation. You're sitting in a chair in a totally neutral corner of creation because you want to have the experience of sitting blissfully at peace. You're having this experience because you want to have this experience. You're having the experience of being blissfully at peace in your perfect knowledge of your union with God in this very moment. So you might find yourself daring to have thoughts in those 5 minutes that you spend with yourself. You might even find yourself daring to have thoughts such as this. Well, since I'm an infinite creator, what would I like to create? What would I like to create for my tomorrow? Since I'm an infinite creator, what is it I'd like to create tomorrow? Since I'm an infinite creator, what would I like to create in all of my tomorrows? If during that 5 minutes, there's a knock at your door and it's a bill collector, who cares? That's that soul's experience of thinking that they're a bill collector and that you're some bad person that they must corral. Let the bill collector have their experience. Sit calmly, hear the knocking at the door, for example, and allow yourself to be entertained by the beautiful worlds you're creating for your tomorrows, even if there's a bill collector calling you and knocking on the door. This is the straight and narrow path that leads unto life. This is the eye of the needle through which you must pass. Because it's not enough to just embrace these ideas. It's not enough to just say, I am the creator of all I experience. You've got to then choose to actively put that into practice, that you are the creator of all that you experience. So where does it begin? Well, it begins with the practice of 5 minutes a day. That's all. When you feel that you can fulfill that 5 minutes, you could make it 10. You could make it 12. You could make it 15 minutes. You could go up to 20 minutes. You could say, you might respond, you mean for 20 minutes hang out as though I am Christ incarnate? You mean for 20 minutes hang out as if I am an unlimited creator, totally in union with God? For just 20 minutes I could actually hang out totally free to begin creating different ripples than I've ever experienced before, knowing that they will come back to me and become my manifested experience with no doubt about it. But 20 minutes? Even if I could achieve 20 minutes, that's such a small fraction. At the end, that's such a small fraction of the time of a day. So my beloved mighty companions, my beloved friends, my beloved companions, if you had faith as even a tiny, tiny, tiny little seed, you would know that from that little tiny faith, you will create the mighty oak tree whose branches will shelter you from the blistering sun and give comfort unto many. 20 minutes is an eternity when it comes to creating your tomorrows. If you believe that the other 23 hours must be taken up by experiencing the effects of what you created a long time ago, or the ripples that are coming back, so be it. If you still want to play with being a victim, if you still want to play with being a victim, if you still want to play with how unlovable you are, if you still want to play with I can't never have anybody, if you still want to play as if you have to be broke, if you still want to play as if you have to be sick, then let yourself transmute those moments. For example, okay, here I am answering the door. Yes, bill collector. Hey, come on in. Have a glass of water. You know what? You're absolutely right. I didn't pay that bill. But do you want to know why? Well, silly me. I actually decided to create the experience that I'm someone who can only create lack. See, the reason why I can't pay that bill is because I've decided to create the experience that I'm someone who's broke. And the reason, let me tell you, bill collector, right now I'm playing that I'm not a creator of my experience, and I'm playing like I'm someone who can only create lack. How am I doing, bill collector? That's why I have no money in my checkbook. I don't have any money in my checkbook because I've decided to create the experience that I'm somebody who can only create lack. That's why I don't have any money. That's why I can't pay you, bill collector. It's just the darndest thing, isn't it? Have a cup of coffee. Oh, very good. You turn my name over to the authorities. Oh, and now I have no credit with anybody on the planet. Well, go ahead and do that if it makes your day. Personally, I have other things to do. I'm busy creating a new tomorrow. And I know that everything all around me is going to be taken from me anyway. Since everything birthed in time ends in time. My house is going to be gone one day. My car's going to be gone one day. My clothes are going to be gone one day. And my friends are going to be gone one day. Everything I've experienced in time is changing anyway. So bill collector, go ahead and take it from me now. It'll just speed up the process. I'm going to lose it anyway. I'm going to lose all of this stuff anyway. So just go ahead, speed up the process. Take it from me now. Now, I'm not speaking of this in a tongue-in-cheek way. I'm speaking from the perspective of one who is awakened and awakened in Christ. I'm speaking this as one who has awakened to the true self. Somebody who already knows how to birth universes to create that which is holy, good, and beautiful. I know that this is the way. It is the only way. So release the value you've attached to your experiences, even the bill collector, and spend your time instead doing what? Spend your time deciding which results you're going to drop into the field of your mind. Because you're going to create as a result of what you choose to think today. You're going to create as a result of what you choose to think today. And whatever you're valuing today, it's going to show itself to you tomorrow. Whatever you're valuing today, it's going to show up tomorrow. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, I learned to value unlimitedness. I learned to value love. I learned to value fearlessness. I learned to value unlimitedness. I learned to value love. I learned to value fearlessness. Yes, my method for doing that was rather unique. And I wouldn't recommend that you follow in my footsteps. Unless, of course, you like the drama of being nailed to a cross and then stood up in front of all your friends in order to learn to transcend fear in your mind, because that's what I went through as the Christ. You don't have to go through my experience, as Yeshua was saying. Jesus is saying, you don't have to go through my experience. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to have the drama of being nailed to a cross. You don't have to have the drama of not being able to pay your bills. I, is what Jesus is saying, Yeshua, is saying, I learned to value what? Unbroken communication with every soul in every dimension of creation. It's time for us to value unbroken communication with each other. It's time for us to value unbroken communication with each other. Yeshua says, I learned to value only my loving thoughts. I learned to value only my loving thoughts, and I birthed or grew a Christ out of the very seed of awareness that exists equally within each of you. So therefore, in this moment, I want you to look around where you are. Right now, just look around. Look around where you are. Look at the objects that you see. Look at the people that you see around you, if there are any. Notice whatever sounds that may be coming to the field of your awareness. Pay attention to whatever sounds I'm a sound that may be in your field of awareness. I want you to notice whatever pictures or ideas you might hold of what you are and what the world is. All of these things are fleeting. All of these things are temporary illusions. Everything that you're looking at, everything that you're hearing, do you know what's going to happen? It's going to pass away. As a matter of fact, it began to pass away the very moment it was created. So my beloved friends, my beloved mighty companions, my juicy angels, I want you to look at all that's around you. And I want you to decide, what is the value that everything around you is going to hold for you? Will you see it as something that you just got to have in your existence? Or are you going to choose to see everything around you as something that you playfully drawn to yourself? Are you going to appreciate it because you know it's going to be gone tomorrow, and it doesn't have to disturb your peace? How are you going to view the world? So for 5 minutes, one for each finger and thumb on your hand, and would you choose to sit as Christ, is when you choose to sit as true self, as love self in the midst of your kingdom. And what is your kingdom? Your kingdom is your creation. And you decide which thoughts you're going to hold. You decide which thoughts you're going to hold. And therefore, you determine how you see all that is in the field of your awareness. You determine which thoughts you will allow to begin to generate the ripples that you will send out that will, and there's no way to escape it, You are the one that determines what thoughts, what ripples that you are going to send out and return to you. You determine how you will see all that is in your field of awareness. You determine which thoughts that you're going to allow to generate the ripples that you will send out, that I guarantee that's going to come back to you. There is no way to escape it. You're the one that's determining what's going to come back to you. Whew. Whew. Now, I'm going to do a quick recap of some of the main things that Yeshua asked us to do to wrap this up. I would ask you to make a financial expression of appreciation if you feel moved to do so. My function in the world is to teach, and that's what I do. So thank you, those of you who make financial expressions of appreciation that allows me to continue my teaching ministry. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you'd like to do that, go to Earl Purdy, PURDY.com. I'm also getting down on some serious clarity sessions and some healing sessions and some one-on-one sessions with people. And I love the fact that the Holy Spirit is sending people to me to do clarity sessions with, so that I can take my 40 years of working with people to help them get past the blocks that keep them from having the prosperity and abundance and relationships that they want to have. Because I can help doing that. I've worked with a lot of people. There are no original problems. And also I can use my knowledge of astrology and numerology, which absolutely is a way that the divine communicates with us and lets us know what our talents are, what our gifts are, what our lessons are, what it is we chose to come here and do. We were not just dropped into physical reality without a roadmap and without help, visible and invisible. And for those who are open-minded to that, I will use all of my skills and all of my talents to help myself, which is you. You are myself. So go to my website, earlpurdy.com, and it explains the services that I offer and that I'm glad to offer. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I do hardcore Course in Miracles. 1 o'clock p.m. on Sundays, on Facebook Live, I do another Course in Miracles class. And then on Tuesdays, right here at 7 p.m., I do the Way of Mastery. You don't have to be a member of Facebook. Your friends don't have to be a Facebook member to watch my broadcast. You just go to www.facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live. Just go to that link, facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live. And also you just go to the Earl Purdy page on Facebook, because I'm here for you. I want to be truly helpful. I am here to be truly helpful. To help you is to help myself. To be a channel for love is why I'm here on the planet. Nothing else has any meaning or any value to me whatsoever than to be a voice for God and a voice for truth. It is fun. It is healing. It is powerful. And there are tons of videos on my website that you can listen to. So there's no excuse for keeping the same old thoughts that do not benefit you and that you do not value. That is absolutely the truth. Thank you, Monique, for saying that I do it so well. Thank you for sharing your appreciation of what I do, because that's why I'm alive. That's why I'm on the planet. So let's say a few of the 5 minutes. So basically what we heard today is that our thoughts are very, very powerful, and that we're sending out our thoughts, and those thoughts are coming back to us in terms of the events that we experience. And we were also told, don't relate to karma in the old way, which means you've got to experience the results of what you've done in the past that maybe were not so loving. If you embrace yourself right now, if you have an unconditionally loving awareness right now, if you practice forgiveness right now, that will diffuse what you would think of as your karma. What we were told to do today was to take 5 minutes to sit to ourselves without any outside distractions. Just 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, allow yourself to say several things that we were told to say. And let's say some of the cool stuff. Okay, so whatever it is that's happened to you in your experience, say, this is coming to the field, this is coming to my field of awareness as an awesome mystery. This means I am an awesomely powerful being. Therefore, I will look lovingly upon this ripple. Yes, I know it needs to play itself out. Whatever's going on right now needs to play itself out. And as it does so, as it plays itself out, I'm going to be wise enough to see the transparency of it, to see the lack of effect that it really has. That whatever I'm going through right now, whatever you're going through right now, it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change who you are. Whatever you're going through right now, it doesn't add anything to your life. It doesn't take anything away from your life. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it is an experience called life passing through the field of your awareness. Right now, you're just experiencing life passing through the field of your awareness. So if you will look lovingly at whatever is happening to you right now, if you will embrace whatever is happening to you right now, then you can transmute it and therefore already be engaged in the process of creating a whole different kind of vibrational ripple that will create your tomorrows. We were also told on page 115 to say, I and my Father are one. I and my Creator are one. I and my Creator are one. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I've manifested a physical form sitting in a chair. You've manifested a physical form sitting in a chair in a corner of one little tiny dimension of creation. How amazing this moment is. Tell yourself how amazing this moment is. I'm joined with my mighty companion. Mighty companions. I'm not alone. You're not alone. Did you see all these people that were communicating with each other? You are no longer alone in the way that you believe. You are not alone in wanting to look at things a different way. Mighty companions, share my videos. Please share these classes. Put it out there. That's how you give. That is the spiritual thing to do. It's a loving thing to share the things that free you. Share the things that benefit you. Don't just listen to my video and don't share it with people who you feel like could benefit through what I'm saying. Please, I need your help. I need you to join with me as a mighty companion and not just be a passive witness. Join with me. And it says, and how amazing this moment is. I think I'll just sit here and feel the heart beating in the body, the breath flowing through the body. I am unlimited. What beautiful thoughts can I think right now? 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 What beautiful thoughts can you think right now? What beautiful thoughts can you think right now? What beautiful thoughts can we think right now? What beautiful thoughts can I think right now? Who can I send love to without lifting a finger? Who can I send love to without lifting a finger? Who can I send love to without lifting a who can I send love to without lifting a finger? Who can I send love to without lifting a finger? I am unlimited forever. I am unlimited forever. Let's say it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's say it. I am unlimited forever. 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 You are unlimited forever. You are unlimited forever. You are unlimited forever. I am free. I am free. I am free. I am free. Love you, CJ. Thank you for saying I'm the love master. I just want love to come through me. I want to be a living embodiment of the love of God. You are juicy, my mighty companions. I treasure you. I bless you. Thank you for being in my life. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for sharing with each other. I'm not a victim of the world I